Hello everyone, Teacher here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about gear thresholds like gear 7, gear 9, amongst a few other things. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So first off everyone, I want to say a big thank you for actually spreading the Ballin video so much out there and all the comments and feedback on it. I really appreciate it. It has been a big motivating factor to keep making more videos. I try to get one out daily. Sometimes in real life can prevent that. But the topic I want to talk about today is actually some of the comments that I had on my Lord Ballin video, because some people had a different opinion, and that is totally fine, both in the game and in real life. I think it's very important to respect other people's opinion and sit down and ask them why. Like, debating is healthy, arguing without feedback or something with a reasoning behind it, not that much. So, some of the things that some people commented on, I kind of want to go over in this video, and we're gonna start off here. And if you've guessed it already, then very good. I'm actually want to talking about gear thresholds, as I mentioned. First off, I do want to flex my Lord Elrond. He is 7-star, now he is fully built, and again, gear 9. Gear 10, not worth it, especially not on him at the moment, considering the investment. But some of the feedback that I did get was that, you know what, teacher, gear 9 is not free to play, so basically, FU. Not what people said, but it was kind of like between the lines. They did say it in a more friendly manner, so that's okay. And I know that some people commented on it for on my side as well, because Gear 9 is actually free to play, and I want to take you through how it is free to play. So the first thing that I want to talk about, yes, thank you for that offer. I might consider taking it. Um, Gear 9 is actually free to play. It does, however, affect you elsewhere in the game. So from all your bone daily objectives, you get 70 gems per day. And if we go to arena, then we are gonna be able to take a look. And I wanna go with a baseline of silver 1. You could also take silver 2, but I'm gonna go with silver 1. Some people might be able to punch up in their shards and get that, and then they get dropped back down to silver 2. So that is 70 plus 74, that's 140. And then if you say per chapter in raids, then you do get, here it is, I have it right here. If we look at gems, if you can get to 1.2 million, you get 20 gems. Chapter 1, you should be able to get this pretty early on. Chapter 2, we will go with here, 10. Chapter 3, we could maybe go for 20 again, so that's 50. And then chapter 4 is again 10, so that is 60 gems per raid. So that means you get 140 per day plus 60 for a raid, which is, let's say, once a week. So 140 times 7, that is 980. And then if we add 60 on top of that, then we get just above 1k. So I'm gonna show you how that Gear 9 that I've been talking about is actually free to play. And the reason why it's free to play is because you can head into the gem store here. Don't buy any of the character shards, it's a waste of time, for the moment at least. And what I want to head over here is these essences here. This is free to play because you get 1,000 and you only need to spend 750 to get one character, and this is refreshed once per week. So then you have 250 leftover gems to spend. Again, this will hold you back because you can't really do a lot of energy refreshing per day. You can do 1.5 day basically. So you do have to go for that, and that's also why I think Gear 9 is not for very new players. If you aren't level 60 yet and have your teams built, then don't do it, because it's more important to get XP, gold, and farm some character nodes. So, but once you get to the point where you can go for this, then it actually is free to play for some teams. Also because in here We have, I don't remember who needs the red book. I believe it is Sam. So the Hobbits might be easy to buy in here. The Rivendell team with the yellow flowers. Now they do cost 1,000, but still, you can spend it. So that is free to play as well. And overall, it takes time, but you can get the materials that you need. For other characters, it isn't that free to play because you need to go in here and buy it. Like this is for Pippin. I don't remember who needs the chisels, and the sickles is for Bekelu. So for some characters, this isn't free to play, and you need to spend gems on that. So that actually really sucks. However, let's go with Arwen for example. Let's go here. As you can see, these you can get on the daily challenge, so you will get those. They are free to play. These essence you only need 4, so once you've bought 4 times, then you actually have 5 characters available, which again is a full squad. These here is also free to play because you can buy with gold 3,000 in the store. So the only thing that really takes time are the blossoms, and of course candles are a pain to farm. Everyone knows that. But overall, Gear 9 is actually free to play. It does come with the drawback that you can't do your energy refreshes. So when is it reasonable to do it? Well, if your team is fully built and you are at least 6-star on a character, I would actually say wait until you are 7-star. Otherwise, I wouldn't really do it. But 7-star, then you can do it. Certain characters might benefit from it, but not really that much, also considering the gold investment. So I would say extreme scenarios where Gear 9 would be okay. Someone like Elver here, if you're really getting close to a Gandalf shard, or other character where you're getting close to a Gandalf shard, you could do it. Other than that, I wouldn't really advise it. So, but a full build-up team, let's go ahead and say Rivendell. Here we go. Again, Arwen I'm working on because I got told like you have free 7-star and they are Gear 9. That's not free to play. Yes, I have spent, that is totally fine, but eventually for some people who are farming now, who have gotten an Elrond 6-star, total free to play people, like, they can get this as well. 6-star Lord Elrond, I might Gear 9 him just if I were in that scenario, but like, this is also something I mentioned in the Lord Balin video, where the trick for Lord Balin is how to get 900k. As I said in that video, you may not be able to get 900k, but I talked with other content creators out there, other people. Like, Ballin really helps a lot with punching up higher with your Rivendell squad, and that was the essence of the video. So, Gear 9, it takes time, it takes resources away from energy and farming characters, but it is very, very free to play. So, it's a choice that you have to make yourselves. Will I halt some farming and then go for Gear 9? Is it worth it? General, as a rule of thumb, I would say as a free to play before level 60, go to Gear 7 because that doesn't take that many light crystals. It does take around 80 for Gear 7 to Gear 8. And I don't remember how many it actually is, but for Gear 6 to Gear 7, but we can actually go ahead and check. Let's just do Oglok for instance. He is here. So this is 12, 12, 8, 16, 28, 48, 60, 72. I think I'm miscounting, but yeah, 80 or so. And then it takes even more to a Gear 8. But overall, go to Gear 7. Don't go beyond that. It isn't really worth it. And then you will be okay set. And then as your teams are built up, leveled up ability-wise, then you can push towards that Gear 8. But as long as you have 5 raid teams at Gear 7, that's really nice. And the focus and resistance are mostly in Chapter 2 and Chapter 4, but it isn't really that needed at the moment. So Gear 7 is something that you are more, it's more manageable also due to gold, so you can spend on getting your stars up, so you can get 6 and 7 stars because it does cost a lot, and that is really, really important. But Gear 9 is free to play for people. I have total free to play people in the guild that I'm in, where they are, when they're showing their squad, they are making that transition because they feel, you know what, I have my team fully built. It is 7-star. I'm getting their abilities almost max. I want to push that further, and they are in a comfortable position with who they're farming, so they can feel they can actually take that week or two off and then get a few characters to gear 9. And that's what I really like, that it is free to play. Leader ability 5 and 6 aren't free to play, at least not for the time being. That is a bottleneck they are imposing on us there, which you can have your opinion on. It is what it is. But Gear 9, total free to play, and people who did comment saying it isn't free to play, etc., honestly, didn't have a problem with it. Same with people say like, teacher, you're not making good content, etc. Okay, tell me why. Like, is it the setup? I know this is very non-professional because I've never done stuff like this before. I don't have a green screen. I don't plan to invest into it. And honestly, if you don't want to watch, then it's okay. Then I'm not forcing anyone to watch. Like, even if you disagree with me, that's fine. I have no problem with that. What I would really like is if you can make a case for it, because then we can have a healthy discussion. I watch other content creators as well that I don't always agree with. Some I almost never agree with. I watch them nonetheless because I have the time for it and I want to, because maybe they picked up on something that I haven't. And the more the merrier content creators out there, in my personal opinion, because it's healthy. That's one thing I like about Lord of the Ring fans in general compared to other fandoms. Like, it's a very diverse universe, so people are also having a very good tone, also in the official Discord. And yeah, this is really, really a nice game. I like it. I try to focus on what I think is reasonable to make content about. People can disagree, and then they can tell me why, or they can just not watch the video. I'm not forcing anyone. So Gear 9, again, if you are pushing the end game, which is the essence of the video, you are having gems available for one character per week for Rivendell at least, and you would basically also be able to buy the unique equipment for other characters, because we did talk about that 750. And then you could basically buy in the store for gems 5 of something, which is then buy 2 of those. That's 10, that's 1,000. Then you basically spend all your gems per week on that. So that is really a sword, like a double-edged sword that you could do. I wouldn't do it as a total free to play. I would actually hold off on Gear 9 unless it's a very specific team that I have basically maxed all abilities. I have them at level 60. I have them at 7 or close to 7-star. And speaking of that, I actually want to show you guys a team. Because as you can see here, my Haradrim, they are doing pretty well. I am not going to invest into Gear 9 on them because I don't feel it's worth it for me as a semi-okay spender. And I don't feel I get the investment out of it. It's only Rivendell where I feel I really get the investment. This is something maybe down the line when it becomes easier. But at the moment, gold-wise, there are other things I want to do. I'm also going to be building these guys now and girls to their abilities. And I'm probably going to start with F2 because he actually does an amazing amount of damage on the Balrog. And he can do the same on Troll. Look at this. Only 4 pieces. 265. That is like a fifth of what I get in gold per week. So Gear 7, stop yourself there, at least for the time being, and then when you have a healthy supply of extra gems that you can buy with your raid currency, and I'm also buying them in the supply store when they're showing up, the blue ones, not the purple ones, then you can push to a Gear 8. Other than that, no reason to do it. Invest in stars, abilities, and getting higher star ranks so you have a wider roster, and then down the line you can push to Gear 8. Drop a comment down below, everyone. Let me know what you think. Give me some good arguments. I want to have a good discussion, and see you all in the next video.